What is up, the world? It's your friendly neighborhood Saga, and we're back in Palworld. Check out the new Ragnarok. It is a really cool flying pal that I recently got. If you're looking to upgrade from like Nightwing or some others, he's really cool, so definitely check him out. But in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some more base locations because in my last video, you guys made some requests to, show some specific locations with certain resources around it. Plus, you even left a few suggestions. So in this video, we're going to show exactly that. Now, before we dive on in, guys, to the first base location, do consider leaving a like as well as subscribing to the channel if you like any of the content that you see here today. And yeah, let's dive into the first base location. So starting this thing off hot, we are at -531, -468. And this is in the Mount Obsidian, I believe this is called, area. And this place is really cool. Now, some people, really cool pun. Now, I know not everyone is a fan of fire-based pals, but I know some of you are. So this is a really awesome base location I want to give for my fire-based players because there are a lot of really cool fire-based pals. Let me show the waypoint real quick. This one's called Mount Obsidian Midpoint, so it's a pretty good teleport there. It's over here, and as you can see, we got treasure chests here, which is really nice. Grab that bad boy, medium souls. But check out this location. Look at all this ore that you can farm. This is insane amounts of ore, and this is a really awesome base location because of all this ore that you could take advantage of. Now, the land isn't the most flattest. Like, you would probably have to build over in that area or find another place. Maybe even down here. Let me go fly down here. Maybe even like in this area down here. You could, in theory, like build on this little ravine. Maybe have an elongated base, or even down there if you wanted to. But overall, a really nice base location because of all these ore locations. It is crazy. Look how much ore is here. You will never run out of metal. It is a massive bottleneck in this game. And let me swap to the other flyer, and let's go fly around the place and just let you see why I like this place even more so. So, some flyers here if you like those kind of pals. But look at all of this freaking sulfur. You are set on sulfur and gunpowder. You will never have to worry about any of that ever. It is insane, and as well, of course, more ore. Really, really cool. And there's a lot of Wexens here. These guys are really nice, and they kind of just hang out all over the place. I think that's coal there. Is that coal? No, just more ore. But again, you have access to a ton of really awesome resources. You're not far from that waypoint. You're not far from the boss at the top there. As you can see, that tower. You have really cool pals, tons of different pals like Bushis, Wexens, the big onyx looking guys, just a ton of awesome pals. And this is going to be the first base location that you definitely should consider. Look at all that ore. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Now on to our next base location, and this is from someone who actually watched the video, Mr. or Mrs. JYTWBY. Huge shout out to you for this one. And this one is located at 189 -36. And this one is a pretty awesome one as well. As you can see, this one has mass amount of ore, which is going to always be probably the biggest appeal that you're going to always look for when it comes to a base location. Now, the land isn't the flattest. Like, you can build on the outskirts and build like maybe a circular style base, which could work out pretty well. And then you have all this stone here as well, which is really good. So you have a good mix of stone farm, a good mix of ore farm. The only negative is, again, the land's a little not flat, but over here this land is actually relatively flat, so you can just build on this little land bridge here, and then you can have this area function as your basically a mining camp. And that's just really nice for anyone who's just trying to have a really good self-sufficient base, which is really nice. Now over here you also have access to what it looks like to be more pal like captures, so that's already good. So access to free pals is always good. These mountains also have a ton, and I mean a ton of eggs constantly everywhere. So you're going to have access to a ton of eggs, and then there's like bee guards. Pretty flexible amount of pals in this area, which is also pretty good. But yeah, this is a pretty awesome base location. Definitely one you should consider, especially if you're looking for like a new place for a mining camp. The only thing I will say though is you may need to have like a Nightwing or something to get you over here. But look at this view. This is awesome. See the Earth Tree, the snowy mountains, this awesome lake. Man, this is just such a cool base location. I want to show you guys this little bonus location that is really cool. It has all these treasure chests that you can get. in this area, and I'll show you in the map after I pick up all the chests. Look at that gold key. Some more ammo and stuff. I got ammo for my pistol. I left that base. It's on this little cool roof. I'm gonna out and check it out. This is located at -79, 192. Just a very quick location for you guys to get some loot. So on to our next location, and we're really close to the Erd tree, and we are in a snowy region, and this place is awesome. Let me show you the location on the map. It is -207, 250. Now this location has a mountain of quartz. I killed that mammoth. He's being annoying. As you can see, this is a great place to automate your quartz, and that's going to be something you need for like what's those little chips called? Basically the chips you need to put into like the electrical stuff. So you're going to need that. Look at the location. Pretty damn nice, as you can probably tell. It's cold. I'd like to point out it's cold, but it is a awesome base location. There's some ore over here, so you could probably automate a little bit of the ore there. And then of course there's a lot of cool little pals here. Got this kind of pal has the mammoth, which also spawns here, and the ice version of those mammoths will drop the polymer like substance you need, so you're gonna have access to polymer here, so it's pretty good. And then of course all this different ore that's gonna be all over the location, so a really nice base. Like another one of these mammoths here, so you can keep killing these for polymer. So you solve for your polymer, you have plenty of wood, you have a nice high up base location that can't be raided easily, and you have pretty much all the quartz you need. A pretty solid base location that's fairly close to the Erd tree, so it's really cool. Now if you don't necessarily want to build on that exact location, you know, you could just have a mining camp just in that little corner there and like have them mine there. You could in theory build right here, clear out all these trees, and this is a pretty flat location. Of course you'll get raided from like that direction very likely, but this is also a really good base location because you're protected by the mountains in the back, and then you're right across the way from your mining camp, which is really good. Even more mammoths here, so again, so much polymer. It's gonna be really valuable. Another one over there. Man, I may actually have to move here for the polymer. Really nice. So moving on to the next base location, and this is one of my favorite base locations. It's still relatively close to the Erd tree. I guess everything's relatively close considering how big that Erd tree is. But check this place out, and this is located at 316, 488. And this is all the way out in Arabia, at least that's what I like to call this area. And for you guys who are wondering, this is the starter zone. It is way up here. And I wanted to give this base location because this is a very ambitious base for that very ambitious player. And check it out, we're gonna see it. So we have some Rayhounds here, we have some ore, lots of stone right there. Got that Lux version of that dinosaur that does really good with wood. More wood, more ore. Also over here there's Suzuku, whatever his name is. Lots of really cool pals, and this place is beaming with diversity with a lot of awesome resources. Now the reason why I say this is ambitious is because you could in theory surround this entire place and own this entire plateau and build a mega base, or maybe even with a guild. Like let's say you have a guild, you can build multiple bases and have like one corner there, one corner there, one corner there, or something like that. Maybe just two, because you still need like polymer and other things like coal, so maybe that isn't a good idea. So like one there, one over there, and then maybe go get coal or something some other place in the map. But you get the idea. You have a massive base location that is full of resources that you could need. Hopefully I'm not making you guys dizzy. And you have a direct spawn to a tree fruit, or a fruit tree, a tree fruit. So you have all these different fruits you can take. Tons of diversity. You even got one of these Robin Quill Terra. I didn't even know that was a thing. I may have to capture it while we're here. And I need a Raymond anyway. But yeah, really cool base location. Hopefully you guys like this one. Let's move on to the next one. Now on to my final base location, and I had to include this one. This is one of my favorites. -126, -132, and this one is located exactly here and not far from Anubis. Now I think in a previous video I was in an area over there where we talked about a base location in that general direction, but it would be kind of silly not to include what I believe to be one of the best base locations in the entire game here. And as you can probably tell looking around, we have access to a mountain of ore on the ground. Now obviously you probably wouldn't set up a mining camp on that, but over here, and obviously over here we have coal, which is a really nice place for you to set up a auto camp for coal, because you're going to need it for the other ingot type, which is really good. There's a lot of coal as well as ore over there, which is again some more automation that you can do there. There's some stone and different things like that, but overall, as you can probably tell looking at this base location, it is really good. Now also on top of here, it's pretty flat. Now I won't sugarcoat it, it is not a ton of space. I mean, you could in theory fit pretty much all the like outside stuff on the outside pretty easy, and you'll probably have to build like a pretty much a box tower to really get all the other stuff out of it. But it could work. It's actually not too small of a space, but it's pretty tight. Overall though, it is a really nice base location. You could probably even take advantage of these little pillars here. Anyway, this is a really good base location. Again, you have access to all these smoke signals where there's a lot of cool pals you can get for free. And on top of that, which is most important, you have sulfur, have all those other things we mentioned. And of course Anubis, which is going to be a very desirable pal to get since he is the best handicraft. I believe he's the S+ handicraft pal that you definitely want to get. And of course there's all these like little fish guys, the Blastoise turtles. They drop organic polymer essentially, well they drop the oil which you can transform into polymer. So a really loaded base location. Again, one place I'm definitely considering moving. I know one of the other places I said I may move to, but this is actually the place I'm very likely going to move to. So this is such a good base location. And there you have it, guys. Those are my top 5 base locations that I think are really amazing. I gave you a pretty diverse set of bases for you to like check out all across the map. The snow zone, the lava zone, Arabia, pretty much everywhere on the entire map. So these are some really awesome locations. Definitely go check them out. Huge shout out to my viewers who suggested some locations. Again, leave them down in the comments if you have any suggestions of any places that I missed, and I'll put it in a future video and tag you in it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like as well as subscribe for more Palworld content, and I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Later. I gotta go deal with this raid. Damn it. You guys want to see something broken since we got this raid? I'll show you something really cool. This is why Grizzbot is like the best pal in the world, by the way. Grizzbot is crazy. You can find him at the South Island down here. He respawns. Now check this out. Shazam. Ridiculous. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Later.